Hi folks, Lee Gettess here with the Market Sense for the week of June 11th, 2013 Market Sense. That assumes they do make sense, at least sometimes. All the charts I use come from the Trade Navigator software, and we're looking at a weekly bond market chart here, and you can see bonds have just broken down really hard. We could talk about the support down here, but they've kind of poked down through most of it and then kind of turned around, and I want to tell you, almost all of this rally occurred just on Tuesday. They were much lower. In fact, they made the low Tuesday morning, and they've rallied all the way back more than 2 full points. And that doesn't mean they'll continue, but it kind of looks like a false break below all this stuff, and they might go back up. If that is the case, and they'll need to get above the 140 level first. But if they can get up a little higher, we've got 141.05 right here in the middle moving average that looks like a reasonable target. And I think that probably is the most reasonable target for the week. If they really get excited, they might even test up here in the 143 area. And of course, if this is truly a false break, that's the most likely scenario. A false break will then go test the other side, which would be in the mid 142 range, the high last week. So it also wouldn't surprise me if they're done for the week. That is to say, if they've just sort of this is the low and this is the high and they're done, that's possible also. I mean, it's not like they have to do anything this week. But I'll tell you, the movement so far has been based on, disappointment that the Bank of Japan didn't announce more stimulus at their meeting, and then riots in Turkey. Boy, they're looking really hard for something to drive them. Stocks, of course, are in the same situation, being driven by similar events. After a nice rally late last week that targeted the 1650 area, didn't quite get there, and they opened basically at the high so far this week and have broken down. Now, it is possible that this 1620 area right here, that lower moving average, it's possible that that's the support and that they are still going up. Heck, this upper moving average here in the 1665 area is still very reasonable for this week if they get excited about anything. Not a lot in the way of domestic economic news until very late in the week, though. There is still a risk, though, that they will break down. That we've got this, the pivot low here is at 1608. I really don't think that'll hold if they get down there. I think chances are good that they'll want to go lower than last week's low if they do start breaking down. And we've been talking about this mid-Keltner channel for a long time as being something they'll reach eventually. This week, that's down below 1570. Certainly not out of the question at all for them to go down there. But I think that's what tells you how tough this week is. We're looking at a possibility of going below 1570, also a possibility of going up to 1665. So clearly we don't have a whole lot of probabilities staring us in the face this week. They seem to be jolted by overseas activities, and that's awfully tough to analyze. So that's what we've got for you today. I hope you can find something profitable to get yourself into. Thanks for checking in to see how we're looking at things.